bet you're a pro at copy and paste, aren't you? I mean, what's so hard about copying one thing and pasting it somewhere else? Well, nothing really. But sometimes you don't want everything that comes with your copy. Sometimes you just want its formula or its formatting, or sometimes you just want the value pointing back to its source. That's where Paste Special in Excel comes in. There isn't a duplication problem to ever come up that Paste Special wasn't prepared for. So today I'm going to teach you 13 tricks that Paste Special can amaze you with. And next time you're thinking of pounding that Control V shortcut, chances are you think back on what you're going to discover today. Here's a simple set of data to show you all that you can do with the Paste Special feature in Excel. We have fields of product details for 2 grocery stores. While the fruits and veggies are in the same order, the ordering IDs, supplier, quantities, and costs are different from each location. Store number 1 has some extras that the data for store 2 does not. For instance, there is some conditional formatting to identify duplicate entries in the first 3 columns. There's also an inserted note, some data validation, and formulas. To start, let's set our foundation. A basic copy and paste can be performed quickly by selecting our data, hitting Ctrl-C to copy, and choosing the cell we want to paste to and pressing Ctrl-V. You can see that doing this has copied the table over almost exactly. While the column widths aren't matching, everything from the formats and formulas has been duplicated. But like I said in the beginning, this isn't always what you want to happen. It's better if you can pick and choose what it is you need. With that said, let's take each one separately, beginning with the formulas. The cost formula in the last cell for store 1 multiplies the unit price and quantity to get your total cost. Otherwise, if the quantity field is blank, nothing is returned. To repeat this for store 2, copy the first formula in cell F3, then select all the cells you want to paste in. Now you could right-click the mouse and select the appropriate icon, or even choose the Paste Special option. You can also navigate to the Paste Special options under the Home tab by clicking on the arrow below Paste. Instead, let's use the keyboard shortcut Ctrl-Alt-V to bring up the Paste Special window. You'll see all the options available to you, which we'll go over each separately, but for now, under the Paste section, select the Formulas radio button and hit OK. We can see that this worked as expected and returned a blank cell whenever the quantity value was empty. You can also perform the same Paste Special function using the shortcut Alt-E-S-F. Next, let's take the cost totals of store 2 and then turn them from formulas into hard-coded values. I use this Paste Special feature all the time when sharing documents that are tied to files I don't want to give access to. To copy our values, select the cells we just pasted, copy them with Ctrl-C, and then use the shortcut keys Alt-E-S-V to hard-code the values. Alternatively, you could go back to the Paste Special window and choose the radio button for values and hit OK. Now the total costs in our second table are set, but I'm going to switch them back to formulas so they'll be a little more dynamic for future examples. The third Paste Special trick I want to show you is copy and pasting formats. This comes in handy when you want to keep a singular format through all your data. In this case, I want the last 3 columns of store 2 to match the format of store 1. Honestly, I think it looks better without the dollar signs and throwing in some alignment. So go ahead and copy the cells just below the heading in store 1 and select the equivalent range in store 2. Using the shortcut Alt-E-S-T, you'll paste the original format to match the other table. This next trick helps keep a file properly notated without the extra work. Do you see that red tab in the corner of cell 8? That indicates there is a note attached to the cell contents. If I hover over the cell or click on it, the note appears telling us some vital information. In fact, we want to include that same information for store 2 so they know not to order grapes from this supplier. Like before, copy the cell with the note using Ctrl-C, find the cell to paste it to, and use the shortcut keys Alt-E-S-C, and our note has been copied. This also works for any comments attached to a cell. Here's a really cool one. Paste Special in Excel lets you copy and paste any data validation set up that you may not be aware of. For instance, under the price column in the first table, I have a validation set to only accept entries including a decimal. If a decimal isn't included, the user gets an error message. However, that's not the case for the second table. So to keep things consistent and help our users maintain proper formatting, let's use paste special to match our data validation. Copy the cells above with CTRL-C and select the price cells in Store 2. You can navigate to the paste special window through the Home tab and select the radio button for validation, or simply use the paste special shortcut Alt-E-S-N. Hit OK and test out your pasted cells to make sure the validation has been applied. Now you may have noticed in the paste special window some other options under the paste section. The first section there are some basic mathematical operations. This is a super quick way to adjust your numeric values or formulas in just a few keystrokes. Let's say we forgot to add a shipping cost to our totals. We'll pretend the total increases by an average of 3%. To recalculate our numbers, copy the shipping cost average in H2 and highlight your total cost cells. You can hold down the Control key to select multiple ranges. Next, open the Paste Special window and under Operation, choose the radio button for Multiply and hit OK. You can also use the shortcut Alt-E-S-M. If you're dealing with empty cells like I am, you're going to return a value error. This can be easily fixed by applying an if-error function around your new formula. At this point, we might as well copy and paste our conditional formatting so Store 2 can identify their duplicates as well. Instead of just applying a new duplicate rule, we can use a feature of paste found on the ribbon of the Home tab called Format Painter. Granted, you're not using the Paste Special window, but this quick action item is extremely useful and shouldn't be forgotten. The first thing you should do is select the range that the conditional formatting is already applied to in the first table. Open the Home tab on the ribbon and click on the Format Painter. With the tool highlighted and your cursor displaying a tiny paintbrush, select the paste cells in your second table. As soon as you release the mouse button, the conditional formatting will be applied to the new range. This next trick is extremely useful. Say we found out there was a stock issue and Store 1 must adjust their quantities to match Store 2, but you still want to order your carrots and cherries despite Store 2 not stocking them. Well, Paste Special lets you copy and paste values while also skipping blank cells as not to overwrite anything accidentally. So let's copy all the quantities in the Store 2 table and select the quantity range in Store 1. Hit Alt-E-S to open the Paste Special window, select the Values radio button, and toward the bottom, also check off Skip Blanks. Hit OK. Now your quantities match those from Store 2, except where the blank values existed. Instead, Store 1 kept the original amounts for carrots and cherries. Pretty cool, right? Let's look at another popular function of the Paste Special feature, the Transpose option. By transposing your data, you are converting your rows to columns. For instance, say we want to take the food supply ordered from Store 2 and match it up with the quantity purchased. But because of design preference or for easier long-term tracking, it's been requested to convert these rows into columns. To do this, select the product cells, including the header, and hold down the Control to select the same cells under quantity. Now copy your selection with Control-C. Select the location for your new table, and to paste everything, including formats, press Alt-E-S-E and hit OK to transpose your data. Now you can build out a purchase history report for your produce. Next up, let's learn to match our column widths when copy and pasting. I'm sure you're tired of adjusting your columns after duplicating a 125 field data set. For the sake of our example, let's expand our original columns a bit. Now we'll do a simple copy and paste, and you can see we get the normal match of everything but column widths. To correct this, copy the headers of the original table and select the range of data in the pasted version. Next, press Alt-E-S-W and hit OK to stretch the columns for an identical data set. Here's another good one. I've used this Paste Special trick a lot when sharing files from my private drive. Sometimes I like to border certain cells based on their value, and each kind of border will have its own meaning to me and helps me while I work out various solutions. But when a supervisor or coworker needs to look at the data, those borders aren't going to make any sense to them, even with a legend to guide them. So to keep the formulas and general formatting together, I'll make a copy of my dataset and paste it on a new sheet with the shortcut Alt-ESX. This gives me all the little extras without my extra special borders confusing them. This also gives you the chance to practice trick number 10 again on those column widths. Almost down to the last trick, but number 12 is a winner. I'm sure you've seen those Excel files with seemingly duplicate tabs. Some of them may have additional columns or what have you. And this paste special shortcut lets you not only duplicate some data, but also have it referenced back to the original cell. Let's give it a try. We'll copy all our data from Store 1 and open a new tab to paste the values with its source reference. To do that, in the cell you want to paste, press Alt-ES, and at the bottom of the Paste Special window, click the button for Paste Link. You'll see the values of your table populate, and if you click into any cell, the tab and cell origin is shown in the formula bar. Of course, you'll have to reformat as you like, but that will give you some extra practice on what you've already learned. And just a heads up, the zeros found in the top row are simply because that row is stretched across the entire field. Last but certainly not least is trick number 13. In fact, I've got a 2-for-1 special for you. There comes a time when sharing raw data isn't always necessary, and in fact, just a snippet of your work will do. In these cases, there is a paste function that lets you copy and paste an image from Excel to another area. Simply highlight the range to be copied, hit Ctrl-C, and then select the area to paste in. Now use the shortcut key Alt-H-V-U to paste the image of your range for viewing. Now you might be thinking that your computer has all sorts of other tools that can do this as well, and you're right. But how about this? You can also copy and paste as an image while invoking a bit of trick number 12. Copy your range again with Ctrl-C and find your area to paste to. Press the shortcut keys Alt-H-V-I and you'll get the same image. Only this time, when you select the image, your formula bar will display the origin location of your data. Pretty cool if I say so myself. Now, how does it feel to have all these new copy and paste features at your fingertips? How many did you already know and use? Which one's your favorite? Paste Special in Excel is just another hammer in your data toolbox aimed to get the job done more efficiently and in less time. By itself, you won't part the seas, but combined with some of these other tips I have for you, you'll be learning the backstroke in an ocean of digital data in no time.